What up? What up? What up, good people?
What's going on, bro?
Chilling. I'm chilling. Um, so this one, I don't know if y'all see the little puzzled look on Deron's face.
He didn't tell me, so I'm just walking
Right.
into this.
I
Yeah.
just decided to start this one right from the get go. Usually, I'll invite him to the little studio, and then we'll talk about
If you pull
what we're
this, I
about to
know it's
record at first. But this
yo,
time, I sent him the invite to the studio. He hopped
questionable.
on, and then I just took us both out and started the video.
So we're doing question of the
So,
week. Come on. I already know. So come on. I'm with you. I'm in the games.
so this one is going to be our Terminator Zero.
Oh.
Terminator Zero, because I kind of feel like this pod might not go as long as I think it will. So we are on episodes 3 and 4 for Terminator Zero. And I'm going to tell you this. If you haven't watched it, it's basically the Terminator destroying everybody. It don't matter who you are. If you are in his way, he's killing you. And this was for almost 2 whole episodes straight. Like there is not that much. Like we can dig deep into some of the stuff,
Oh,
but
gosh.
there is not much meat and potatoes to these next 2 episodes. Except for telling, like, if you just watch it and don't dive deep, it's just telling you that the Terminator is above and beyond everybody possible in 1997, and nobody's even close to slowing them down. Am I right? Like, we actually
Okay.
have to deep
Okay.
dive
No,
into these
there
2 episodes to
there are
actually
some
get some
hidden
stuff.
gems that I think that we need to talk about. Besides Terminator being a mass eliminator, which he is. Okay.
Right, but we actually have to dive into this stuff. It wasn't just like it's giving it to us. Like
Well,
we actually
some
had to
things were
pay
given,
attention to catch it.
especially episode 4. With
Yes.
our episode 4, first of all, guys, episode 3, we started back when the kids are basically going under tunnel. They're doing different things. They're trying to get to Catland, the city, the music park, and that's where we concluded. And then we also see how Eco is the other. I don't know who's hero, who's villain right now, so I don't want to say that. I'm gonna say
Right.
she is the other side. She's the female character lead that was kicking the Terminator's butt, fought Terminators in the future. She knows how to handle herself, and she's also looking for the kids, and she's with the youngest daughter. The Terminator, we saw him put modifications for his weapons. He had tried to put up like almost a bow and arrow with nails inside
Yeah.
of his arm. So that already was a recipe for like somebody's a body's being dropped. This,
Right.
if you're putting a bow and arrow of nails in your arm, that just tells you right there. And you're testing them out on animals, that right there just tells you. So we're
Right.
in a atmosphere where the older son finds a robot factory of like army off the line down there. He's a tech guy. He always wanted tech stuff. So now he's messing with stuff. Bad idea. But he's already doing stuff, messing with things, just wasting time where it may be. These are really, I think, important gems for the upcoming episodes. I hope so. Because, first of all, long story short, they end up colliding, they end up going at each other, and Eco has to protect and defend versus a
Right.
Terminator who's coming to kill everybody. He wants, it comes off like, unless you're Malcolm Lee, I don't want to talk to you. I have to say to you. Like the kids try to play the whole like cat and mouse game with the kids and try to convince them to like, hey, come here, let's go to your dad's type thing.
Right.
Eyes change, danger happens, somebody's dying.
Right. So back to alluding, like that's the thing. Like we're gonna have to dig into some of these
We have to. You have to.
little clues, but one, the cat sets up the daughter.
Yeah.
So the cat start going crazy while the older brother is sitting there talking to this robot, and then they find out. This is why I think you were saying it was a bad deal that he's already tinkering with stuff.
Already, bro. I'm like, he's already
So
showing you
he
that
gets
he.
the robot online. He's talking to the robot. The cat goes crazy and leads the girl basically to this little room. The brother is talking to the robot. The robot is saying, yeah, we marched ourselves down here because we're not even supposed to be out on market yet. So we decided that the best way to get us down here was for us to march, and that we can send out a global message through a satellite to have us do stuff, and we're all on the same network.
That sounds like a recipe of destruction.
The Terminator makes the cat go crazy and leads the girl off by herself.
Because it's still a little kid and she wanted her cat. Just
Right.
wanted to follow like an idiot. But okay.
So I don't think, I don't know if y'all got me when I slowed it down. The robot said they have a centralized network that they can control to make them do certain things that they deem is correct. And the Terminator affected a cat, a
Robot.
robotic cat, to lead the girl off.
This tells you that they are smarter and capable of doing things that we did not think they could do.
Right.
And we are dumb enough to follow and obey and think that machines won't evolve. So we then have, you see the whole back and forth, we see everything's going on. Eco's, she's amazing. I don't, she's a stone cold, able to try to survive, do different
She's
things.
definitely tough.
But then the family aid comes into the. She's in both episodes, but we see her trying to help and try to stitch up and do everything. And they're like, "You're really good at this." Well, I take care of Mr. Malcolm and Lee's kids. And then a couple questions came to mind. And then she's seen something. I don't know what it is yet, but she saw something on Eco's arm. We don't know what it is. I still think that Eco and that little girl might be the same. I don't know yet.
I kind of do too.
Yeah, I don't know yet. And it's like this, did the aide see something on her that the little girl already has? Like just that look she had when she was patching her up. It just something wasn't
Right.
something that wasn't like normal or just like, oh, like haha moment. That's how it was.
Right.
So we see them rumbling.
We kind of talked about that last episode too.
It's leading towards that way. But also
Right.
when it's that easy, it's not that. It was that easy. So we see them going to like, we see the whole almost like a mall type vibe of them actually going through the battle scene. We see the whole fighting. Illustration's great. Like it's amazing. They took their time.
Illustration is definitely on point so far. Back to that, we're not deeming a whole series excellent just yet. But the illustration is dope. You see, like you said, in the mall, the girl trips and fall up the escalator. And Nico comes back and starts fighting the Terminator. Nico told the girl to open the door, and she ends up pushing the Terminator down the elevator shaft.
Yep.
And little girl looks at Nico and says, "Is that a Terminator?" Straight to the point, "Is that a Terminator?" And she's like, "What? How'd you know that?"
Because the time period is like, you're not supposed to know about this yet. You're a little girl. Like, what is
they're
going
not
on?
even made yet. So she was just like, yeah, her dad talks in his sleep, and Terminator is something that I kept hearing. So I asked him about it, and he kind of explained it in a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So it's almost like, okay, the girl is the only one that kind of really knows more than everybody else in the story.
Yep, we see that, and then we go to, tell me how you felt when they were separated. They were separated now, and we see how Eco is with the girl. We see that. We see the boys are now with the aide.
So I think it was dope because they actually almost gave a nod to the original Terminator
Okay.
when the Terminator and came out the elevator shaft, seen him, and then when they got away, he turns and looks, and here comes a motorcycle cop. And that's a nod to basically the original movie because
Absolutely.
T-1000, which was the evil Terminator,
Mm-hmm.
was basically rocking the police uniform with the motorcycle.
Yes, yes.
So I thought that was dope. So you see Nico and the girl basically just trying to get to the dad, but
Mm-hmm.
end up getting chased by other cops.
They did, and they actually got caught, which was like
Yeah. At the
I didn't
end,
think it was going to happen.
they got
Normally,
caught.
they get away. It's animation. Something crazy happens. Explosion happens. They got caught,
Right.
and when they went,
And,
they actually ended up going segue next episode to the police station to report things that was going on.
yeah, so Nico, or not Nico, but the brothers and the nanny goes
Mm-hmm.
to the police station, and while they're in the room with the nanny, they're asking questions, and the other cop, the younger one, goes out to the kids and was like, "Yo, do y'all remember how y'all met the nanny?" And it was just like, "Nah." So he goes into the interrogation room and was like, "Yo, try this." And her record is blank, nothing in there.
Squeaky clean.
And we already had inklings of, yo, what's up with the nanny?
Yeah, it don't make sense.
None of it made sense from the
Nope.
time that she cut herself and was bleeding to her like just zoning out.
Mm-hmm.
Like nothing really made sense until the Terminator gets to the police station, murders everybody.
Everybody, bro.
Nobody had any slight chance of anything.
It was
So
so bad, bro. Like
right,
it wasn't
it was
even.
horrible. So you see the nanny trying to get the kids and run out, and he grabs her arm and starts to squeeze, and he's about to rip her arm socket out of place. Well,
Mm-hmm.
everybody thinks so. So when he rips half of her arm off, you see robotic pieces inside.
Bro, when you seen that part, and then like it also made you feel that she had no idea
She
herself
didn't,
that she
but
was a
I
robot.
think once the older son, seen it,
Yeah,
he knew exactly what was going on.
yeah. When she first episode when Malcolm Lee said that his son reminded him of him. I'm starting to put the pieces together. I'm starting to think that's something else. Like I don't think Malcolm Lee's from this time period, bro. I don't think he is at all.
So to me, when the son seen it, the look on his face was almost like disgust.
Yeah, it was.
Cause to me, what I think he seen, his dad been drilling in him like no robots in the house, none of this. So I think as soon as he seen the arm get ripped off and it was robotic pieces, the son knew that the dad created this nanny to take care of him.
Yes.
And he's like, "Yo, you telling us no robots in the house, but you created a whole fake human to take care of us so you can go to work."
And then we see his work. We see him in his conversation. We see the depths of everything. We see the emotional, the strings are being unlaced. They're being untied. Everyone's going through thoughts and process. And then we see him come to an ultimate conclusion. And the
So,
conclusion was, how did you
so
feel about the conversation going up to it? And then how did you feel about his decision?
okay, so I know this probably irked your nerves a little bit
It definitely did. So I'm trying
because
to be like,
we seen it mostly in the first two episodes,
mm-hmm.
but Nico is with the girl and she's like, "Yo, call your pops now." Everybody's trying to get a hold of the pops, and he's ignoring every single call.
Yes.
From the cops, from his daughter. They even told him that it was his daughter, and he was like, well, she gonna have to figure it out on her own.
Folks, peep this. Last episode, on the bridge, he was chased down by a Terminator and his family was being chased, and he chose to go to work. He chose to go to work.
Right.
And then you find out that your daughter is still present, still alive, and wants to speak to you, and you said, nah, she got to handle herself. What are we doing here?
Right.
That's why I say he's not from this time period. He has zero emotional connection to his kids at all.
So okay, so some people will say he's doing it for the greater good so they can still live, blah, 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 whatever.
Okay.
So he's having this conversation with this AI that he created.
Yes.
And the AI is like, all right, so if you want me to help y'all, you got to tell me what's good. Like a good reason to help. Like what is so good about y'all that will make me want to help y'all? And for a second there, I thought Nico was right saying that he's about to create something that he don't have control of. Because for a second he was like, "Yeah, you know what? You're right. We're not. Everything is bad that we come up with. Blah blah blah." So it's like, yo, he's about to create this thing and say, "You know what? Do what you want to do."
Which the priorities, like what he's worried about, they said originally that he is worried about a timetable when he first went in there. Something with Skynet. Something with Skynet's about to destroy the world. So it's like a satellite going online, and that's what he's racing against. He feels this artificial intelligence will save humanity from Skynet doing what they're doing. So that's why he's raced towards time, and why it looks like the premise of him making this particular character, well, AI, come to life, is to protect the world. But knowing that this AI can literally turn around and just do the exact same thing that you're trying to protect it from.
Right. So the fact that he don't really give a good reason for the AI to save him.
Was that on purpose?
I don't know.
Because I feel like his answers have been always shallow.
Right.
Because I think I don't think he believes they can think this far yet. But if he gives too much, he's going to give them the answer. Like he almost wants him or her to have her free will.
And the AI actually said that too. It was like, yo, you're not giving me everything. And he was like, I'm not. So come find out, we're almost at the end of episode 4 now. So I guess Skynet goes up and goes online now. And what he thinks he predicted is starting to come true. Yep. So you see a whole bunch of missiles being dropped towards the Earth. And the AI was like, well, so far, you're right. Skynet just dropped a whole bunch of missiles. So we have a couple minutes. So if you want me to help you, you have to put me online. If I'm online, I can talk to the Skynet network, and maybe we can stop it.
And it goes back to your original thing you said about a couple minutes ago, how they can be connected through the satellite.
Right.
And everything's all triggered to one. So you made a massive global motherboard. You made the nucleus right here, and you're going to give them the keys to the city and the world because you want to deter one thing, but you really don't know if they're going to do the other.
Right. And his reasoning is still kind of like sketchy because he's just like, I've played this back and had dreams of this over and over and over again. Everything's the same. I've seen everything except for you in this moment. So he's like, it got to be right because you're not in anything else where the Earth is destroyed. And now we're here. So let's do it, basically.
The last scene, when the music went down, you see his glasses. You saw the green go across the words online, then cut. When you see that, like,
matter of fact, the scene before that, I think, even hits harder because they show separate scenes of each group, basically. the nanny with the one arm with the two sons in the cop car trying to get away. You see Nico and the girl in two separate ambulances. And then you see him with the online thing. But nobody else knows that there's missiles being dropped.
Besides him.
And they even showed a scene with the Terminator with the shotgun in his hand, and he looks up at the sky.
So it tells you the Terminator knows what's going on, right? Now, is that because of a network thing or because it's from the future and knew this day was called D-Day? And they mentioned earlier in the show. But how did Malcolm know this?
Right.
Because he's not from this timeline, bro. He's not from here. When he doesn't choose his kids, he is not from this world, bro. He is from a different time. Ain't no man walking this earth gonna say, "Yo, oh, it's my daughter on the phone. All right, cool. She getting chased down by a robot. All right, cool. That is the same one that threw me off the bridge, right? All right, yeah, she all right. She cool. She
can figure it out.
She's like 5 or 7. Like, come on, bro.
Bro, but the fact, okay. So I'm gonna ask you this one question, and then we can end it because we deep dove as much as we could into these.
Yes.
So, with the sun being a tinkerer, missiles is about to come down. What do you think is going to happen with these next 2 episodes?
For story purposes, she has to stop the missiles, or the season will be over. So, she has to stop the missiles because for us to have more episodes. I'm leaning towards the Terminator's the good guy, bro. I'm leaning towards the Terminator's the good guy, and she's the big bad. Because I just feel like someone's going to die. But like, if they're all there for Malcolm Lee before he makes this decision, but then the decision still happens, does the Terminator just go back now that it's over with?
Okay. So this is all right. I kind of feel like part of what you're saying and some other stuff. I feel like she stops some of the missiles.
Okay.
The sun, to me, I feel like the sun is going to find out. So I think Malcolm might die.
Already?
I think Malcolm might die because now his part is done. He put the lady online.
Who going to kill him?
I feel like, huh?
Who going to kill him? The lady?
I don't know. It might be the Terminator.
Dang. Okay.
I feel like the sun is going to see the machine stuff, and he's just going to put all the rest of those robots online. He's going to try to figure out a way to put those robots online.
Okay.
And it's not going to go good. I feel like the Terminator is going to take those over. But I feel like he's going to play a part in making one that's going to fight back against the other Terminator.
So the Terminator is going to take a little army and then basically run down on Malcolm and just be done with them.
Right. And I feel like the girl is Nico.
Okay, so you think girl and Nico are the same? Ooh.
I just feel like she just changed her name after a while. So it's almost like
I see it. I see it. I think the AI has given me vibes like she's a mass murderer herself. I'm sorry, the AI mastermind. She's
right. I feel like
Corco was her name, and she just.
I feel like the Terminator is going to take over the AI. The current Terminator is going to take it over because we already seen them affect the cat. We already know it's a centralized network, and I feel like once the son was like, all right, only way we can fight this is if we have more robots. So he's going to try to make the robots that he found into like his personal army, but it's not going to work because of that centralized network. and I
So
feel
you
like
think
that's going to be like the first Terminator army.
you think Terminator is the big bad, and I think the AI is the big bad. I think the Terminator might be the
I
hero.
think they'll be like one and the same. It'll almost
Okay,
be like
okay.
a
So
a
robots together.
dual. Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. Comment below. Let me know how y'all feel, please. This is a good series. It's on Netflix right now. I think it is a total of 8 episodes, so we're halfway through already. I love the paying homage to the original Terminators. Make sure you want to go back and watch them. So let me know how y'all feel about it.
Oh yeah,
Until,
definitely.
until next time, y'all. Peace and love. GhostVNetwork.
Peace.
Network.